Welcome. I'm so excited you're here. Oh my goodness. I want to start by acknowledging you for showing up and taking the first step towards overflow. The current model of healthcare and wellness often asks us to give more while receiving less energy, less time, less margin. This masterclass is about exploring a different path, one that supports your health, your home environment, and eventually your income without asking you to sacrifice your nervous system or your values. Yeah, just taking a nice deep inhale in through your nose, down into your belly, and letting it go. For the next 25, 30 minutes, I just want you to receive. Okay, let's get into it. First off, just a quick disclaimer. This presentation is for general information only and does not provide medical, therapeutic, financial, or business advice. I don't know if you've noticed, but the wellness industry isn't growing by accident. We're seeing a global shift. People are drinking less alcohol, prioritizing mental health, investing in longevity, and replacing consumption based habits with wellness based ones. When an industry reaches over $6 trillion globally, it's not a trend, it's a response to unmet needs. Today is structured around three pillars: true physical health, true financial health, and true metaphysical or nervous system health. These pillars are interconnected. When one is compromised, the other eventually follows. This conversation is for people who care about long-term vitality, practitioners, parents, educators, and health-minded individuals. It's not for those looking for quick fixes or convenience-based living. That distinction matters, especially in healthcare where integrity and intention are everything. Just a little of my story. I'm Whitney. Hi. I worked in healthcare for around 12 years. I worked really hard for my degree. I got a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy. I worked and was never fulfilled in that I was always trading time for money. Even though I worked 3 days a week, I was working 12-hour shifts. And these shifts consisted of a lot of trauma, a lot of death, and a lot of emotional repression. And my nervous system could not take it anymore. And after having my son, I really wanted to be more present for him. I have a little background. My mom died from endometrial cancer suddenly in 2017. She also was in healthcare. She was a nurse. She had been a nurse for around 10 years. She also worked really, really hard to get her nursing degree. After she passed away, I started to drink more and more and more, realizing that I needed help. I went to a recovery meeting in 2019, and I've been sober ever since. And then, of course, COVID hit in 2020, and I was already burnt out. And this just I was like, okay, something's got to give. I had my son during COVID in 2021. And then in 2022, I actually found breathwork. Breathwork opened something up inside of me. And when I started my breathwork business, I started to educate myself on leveraged income. I then came across a friend's page who I trusted, who I knew from recovery and was also a somatic healer, who showed me this business. And I was all in. I've now been out of my hospital job for 6 months now. I quit 6 months ago, and my skin has never looked better, and my relationship with my son is amazing. So I invite you to pause here, right? And just think about where you're at right now and where you would like to be in 12 months. What needs to change right now for this to happen? So let's begin with physical health. Not symptom management, but foundational inputs. Modern bodies are navigating unprecedented exposure to EMFs, plastics, chemicals, mold, and indoor air toxins. What's important here is not fear, it's awareness. Most people feel the impact long before labs ever reflect it. My mom is one of those. Most people wait until illness strikes before prioritizing their health, but true wellness starts with prevention. This slide speaks so clearly and speaks my story. I would sit in the ER and wonder why people waited so long to get help. And it's because they just didn't have the education around prevention. And it hurt my heart to see them suffer. And so this business allows me to be in the field that I was meant to be in, which is prevention. Let's break down the ultimate offer we partner with. The products we partner with are the K8, it's our flagship model ionizer, water ionizer, the Anespa, which filters your shower water and your bath water, the M-Guard, which is the EMF exposure device, the Ukon, which is the turmeric, and the Kangen Air, which cleans your air, filters your air. So, newsflash, the human body is 75% water. Maybe I knew this before, but it was brought to my awareness when I started this business. And I thought, oh my goodness, I wonder what the quality of my water that I'm drinking now is and how it's going to change after I start drinking this Kangen water. And like every major system, like organ system relies on water. I mean, the brain, the blood, right? All water. And not all water is created equal. Do you know what is in the water you are consuming currently? Because I thought Bend, Oregon's tap water was safe. And unfortunately, it has been tested to have arsenic in it and some other not so fun chemicals. This next slide, there's a video that will play and kind of show you what is in our fruits and vegetables as well. Okay, so I'll just play it for
I
you.
think I'm addicted to your hands on my kiss. I think it's the first time that I know what I need. And I want you so bad that I'm scared that now I know how good it is if you're what I need. No one does it like you do. Knowing every part of me. No one does it like you do. The way you love me.
So people will say, but Whitney, I drink reverse osmosis water or I drink rainwater, and like, isn't that good enough? And I'm like, well, not really, because if we look at the rainwater, not as natural as it seems, can collect pollutants from air and surfaces. The spring water you're getting, it does sit somewhere, right? And the quality depends on the source. Reverse osmosis, that's a big one. What's missing? It strips the beneficial minerals, it's slightly acidic, and it may lead to lower hydration habits. Hydrogen-rich water is interesting because molecular hydrogen is small enough to cross the cell membrane and act as a selective antioxidant. The K8 water ionizer transforms regular tap water into hydrogen-rich ionized alkaline water. These are the different types of water that this one machine makes. My favorite is actually the beauty water because I've never seen my windows and mirrors look so clean and shiny. I also love the strong acidic water because it kills 99.9% of all bacteria and viruses. And yes, that's including the COVID virus. This one machine can replace literally everything in your house. And embarrassing as it is, I had a 25-gallon garbage receptacle filled with chemicals after I got this machine. And I realized how addicted I was to the chemicals that are out there. So the three unique properties that the water provides is antioxidation, superior hydration, and alkalization. Antioxidation, what does that mean? What does it mean to oxidize? If you see the apple there that is brown, that's oxidation. Oxidation is the rusting process. Oxidation plus living tissue equals sickness and aging. Antioxidation is anti-inflammatory, anti-aging. So when we measure an oxidation reduction potential, when we measure the water, Kangen water, it has a negative overworking value, which means it's an antioxidant. It's going to reverse that aging process. So antioxidants matter because oxidation reactions in the body produce free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage cells and accelerate aging. Antioxidants neutralize free radicals, helping to reduce oxidative stress, which is linked to inflammation, fatigue, and various chronic conditions. The H2 molecule is very, very small. It diffuses rapidly across cell membranes, supporting cellular hydration and recovery. Mr. Oshiro said, "The basis of vitality and long life is water." Mr. Oshiro was born in Okinawa, Japan. He is the visionary behind the development and the global expansion of Kangen water technology. We love you, Mr. Oshiro. Restoring the balance in the body. As with most things in life, optimal health begins with balance. Our bodies must maintain a pH balance of 7.365 to be exact, which is slightly alkaline. And in the hospital, when we took blood, we would accept 7.35 to 7.45. That is where we wanted people's blood to be. If you are someone who really likes to get into the research, PubMed is a free resource, and it shows thousands of peer-reviewed studies of drinking hydrogen-rich water. I encourage you to go look if you're one of those people that likes studies and knows how to read them. Science fact, not fiction. Again, more literature here for you to dive into if you want to get more information of how and why this water works. Enjoy healing spa quality water with Anespa. I love this. I love this so much because it transforms tap water. This product transforms tap water into mineral infused spa water, which is using a combination of ceramic stones and minerals from actual Japanese hot springs. My scalp has never been so healthy. My hair, even though it's fading, still has somehow stayed pink for months and months and months. My hair is the healthiest it's ever been. This turmeric is grown in Kangen water, and you can get it as a soap or a tea or a capsule. And it's great for anti-inflammatory and immune boosting properties.
So here we are,
And
testing
then
out
reduce your EMF
a
exposure.
radiation detector to see what frequencies are being emitted from devices all around our home. So we'll turn it on and go first to our laptop. And any reading over 200 is way above the legal limits of electromagnetic radiation exposure. We're going to go over to trusty old iPhone there. Oh, isn't that funny? And then these are nice Bluetooth work headphones. And now we're going to plug in our trusty M-Guard and see what happens.
No,
Ta-da. Nothing. No radiation or electromagnetic noise. Let's take it out again, and you can see it's got the light there, so it's plugged in, and then we take it out. Yeah. Right, plug that bad boy back in. It's so good. So here we are, testing out a radiation detector to see what frequencies.
Wow, that was crazy. um, Blows me away. We also have the Kangen air, which neutralizes airborne toxins like smoke, allergens, and harmful chemicals using advanced ion technology. And then these are just some of the people who have been in this business and love these products. Um, there's quite a few. And customers are saying, I've always struggled with dry skin and no longer have dry skin anymore. And I've noticed dramatically how I'm not so bloated anymore. One of my kids said 1 week after we started drinking Kangen water, Mom, I just feel like I have so much more energy. More reviews from real customers. And wellness leaders who have opened up clinics, and practitioners around the world choose to use Enagic devices in their home or practices as part of their preferred hydration and lifestyle routines. And wow, like look at all these athletes, an increasing number of top professional and Olympic athletes, along with football, triathlon, baseball, and basketball teams, are embracing Kangen water. Also, Mariah Carey has a video of her Kangen water machine sitting in her big fancy RV, and that was just next level. I loved watching that YouTube video. By now, you might be thinking about getting these products into your home, which is great. You can book a call to discuss the right option for you. And if you're also curious about partnering with Enagic as a distributor, let's take a look at what that pathway involves, including the numbers and the benefits. Financial stress directly impacts health outcomes. This section is optional information, not income promises, but emphasizes ethics, transparency, and autonomy. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that's where this is coming from. If you've ever read it, it's great. When I first read it, I knew what I was looking for. And this is primarily the reason I joined this business. Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant shows you how to move from employee, trading your time for money, into that investor quadrant when money starts working for you. People are looking for secondary income for so many reasons right now. Rising living costs, secondary income is becoming more common. More people are looking for flexible ways to earn. There's an economic uncertainty. People want more control over their time and money. I'm just going to go quickly through what direct sales is and what direct sales isn't. Direct sales is a model where companies choose to reward real customers instead of paying for traditional marketing or advertising. Direct sales isn't MLM. There's a difference. It's network marketing, but it's not MLM. And here's why. Direct sales, no sign-up fees, no auto ships, no monthly qualifications, no minimal orders, no stocking or loading inventory, no annual renewals. With MLM, there's typically commissions come from personal sales and team sales. Many include monthly auto ship. That is not what Enagic is. Growth potential stats. As you can see, the global direct sales market is valued at a $200 billion industry in 2022, and it is expected to grow. Same with the water ionizer market. And Enagic's market position is just growing, and it's projected to hit 3.4 billion by 2027. Let's take a look at Enagic's compensation plan. It's a patented 8-point commission structure. No sign-up fees, no monthly qualifications, no stocking, no annual renewal, no time limits, meaning you can do this business and then step away and come back. It's very flexible with however you want to run your business. There's nothing out there like this compensation plan. This commission structure is next level. So a single product, if you start with a single product, the K8, after your first 2 sales, you move up to 2A and you start making $700 per sale. By the time you get to 6A, you're making $2,000 per sale. Per sale. And that's on, that's on the K8, right? If you decide you want to do 3 products, investing more means you earn more back. So by the time you get to 6A with a trifecta, you're earning $3,500 instead of the $2,100 with just starting with a single product. So watch the commission numbers at the bottom go up. Okay. This is what I started with. I actually started with 2 K8s, the Anespa and the Ukon. And yeah, it's incredible how much the commission numbers can go up. So here's the quad, right? Here's the fast track. And again, if you're starting out with 2 K8s in the Ukon and the Anespa, that number is going to go up quite significantly. It'll look more like this number. This is just a quick diagram of the difference between indirect sales and direct sales. You do need 3 direct sales to get to 6A, so not all the people at the bottom do all the work. That's not true. But just look at that commission. Like, that is incredible. 4 people on this person's team, and the total sales are $7,350. And this is really what sealed the deal for me, was that by the time you reach 6A, you get a $3,000 one-time title achievement bonus, and then you keep getting bonuses as you move through this. And by the time you get to -3, you have a willable income that you can will to your kitten or to your child. And that is so incredible. I've never seen anything like this. So we share this offer just like I'm doing right now. You can share online or offline. If you already have an Instagram account, you're already a step ahead. I share offline as well. I take loaner machines to people's houses and to different businesses around town. And then I also hold events at my house and at other places around town. It's really fun. I like to do both. Pillar 3 is community growth and mindset. We are a global movement of high-level growth individuals who value wellness, vitality, biohacking, conscious, and low-tox living. We gather online and in person through global events held throughout the year with immersive wellness weekends launching in 2026. That's now. The people who shape this community are health coaches, wellness practitioners, biohackers and optimization enthusiasts, health advocate, and conscious consumers, conscious parents who lead with intention, business owners, and freedom-driven entrepreneurs. Your environment shapes your reality. You become who you're around. Join a global community of like-minded changemakers. Connect, collaborate, and celebrate. Your journey to true health starts here. You're not alone. How will you get started today? With a single product? Jumping in with the quad? How about the fast track? Let's go, right? Here's a look at your next steps. So, step 1 is reach out to the person who invited you to this masterclass. Probably me, maybe. Book your discovery call. That can be with me or on the platform. And step three, invest in your health by purchasing your products. As we wrap up, I want to be really clear about one thing. This isn't about convincing you of anything, it's about offering information, awareness, and options. If something you heard today resonated, whether it was around hydration, environmental inputs, or creating more sustainability in your life, the next step is simply a conversation. You're welcome to reach out to me in person, and there's no obligation to purchase, no expectation to partner, and no pressure to move faster than what feels aligned with you. Education always comes first. Discernment matters, and your autonomy is respected here. Thank you for the work you do, the care you provide, and the way you show up in the world. I appreciate you being here. Bye. Have a great day.